I'm Virginia Duan, also known as Mandarin Mama. I host a podcast called the Noona Army Podcast, where I discuss the particular challenges and aspects of being a middle-aged BTS fan. Today, we are trying something new. We're going to be doing Zoom BTS reactions with our favorite Jeff Harry. Jeff Harry, take it away.
Hi, this is Jeff Harry. Rediscover your play. Wait, what's the Noona Army?
So Noona means big sister to.
Okay.
So that's what boys would say to when girls who are older than them. Like they're
So if I'm a BTS Army fan, what would I call myself?
You would probably be Hyung because you're older than them. You're like their older brother. Or you'd just be, or if you wanted, you could be the Ajusi Army, which means like the uncle army. Because technically, I guess I'm not necessarily Noona. I'm probably Ajuma. Ajuma means like auntie. And I'm like, no.
What's the opposite of Noona?
Noona, what do you mean like opposite? Like little sister?
So that's sister. So then what's the brother?
It would be Hyung. Hyung.
BTS Baekhyun?
No, Hyung.
Hyung.
Yeah. So that's what boys call older boys.
Got it. Hyung.
Yeah.
I'm part of the BTS Hyung Army.
I mean, I was going to say something really inappropriate, and I'm just going to leave it at that.
You should have!
No, it's people already think we're married or into each other. If I say this, they'll be like, whoa. And my husband.
We are friends, and our joy is through BTS and other hobbies.
Right.
Like being weird. Yes.
Right, yes. I mean, I guess we're both weird.
We're both super weird. Let's just Okay, I'm ready for some
outro. So Outro Her is also, it came out fall of 2017. It was right before they hit it really big in the US.
Oh.
When they went to, so this album, they performed one of the songs off of this album at the AMAs. And so they got a lot of new USA fans from that.
Can I just say one thing before we start? Why is RM looking into my soul with that photo right there? He is killing me with it.
I know. Oh.
Which is crazy because I am a straight man, but I mean, I could be persuaded. I mean, look at that man.
He's a whole ass man.
He's been my favorite since the beginning. I'm just gonna put it out there.
Put it out there. Someone else can pick it up. All right. So Outro Her is actually a very sad song.
Okay.
So, but it's like lo-fi chill hip hop.
Oh, I love that lo-fi.
So I think you'll like that.
When that anime where that person's just doing their work on the computer or whatever.
Oh yeah.
I've watched that many times. Okay.
All right. So
I'll count it down.
All right.
3, 2, 1. Here we go. Ooh, I like that. Did you hear that?
The world is complex. We was looking for love. 나도 그냥 그런 사람들 중 하나였어. 진짜 사랑인지 뭔지 믿지도 않으면서 습관처럼 사랑하고 싶다 뒤끝했던. But I found myself, the whole new myself. 나도 헷갈려 대체 어떤 게 진짜 난지. 널 만나고 내가 책이란 걸 아는 걸까? 아니 네가 내 책상을 넘긴 걸까? 어쨌든 난 내게 최고의 남자를 원해. 나와 다른해 넌 내게 이 세계 그 자체였기에 죽을 거면 꼭 나와 같이 죽겠다던데 네가 원하는 내가 되기로 gotta swallow myself. So many complex, but I'm looking for love. 가짜 나라도 좋아 네가 안아준다면 넌 내게 시작이 작절 말 자체니까 네가 날 끝내주라. 내 모든 wonder에 대한 answer. I call you her. I call you her, cause you're my tear. 어쩌면 나는 너의 진실이 자꾸 주실지 몰라 어쩌면 당신의 사랑이졌지만 어쩌면 나는 너의 원수이자 법 당신의 천국이자 지역대로는 자랑이자 숨어 난 절대 가면은 걷지 못해 이 가면 속에 난 네가 아는 게가 내게 오늘도 make up to wake up and dress up to mask on 당신이 사랑하는 내가 되기 위해 당신이 사랑하는 걔가 되기 위해서 그 좋아하던 너 끊었지 그저 당신을 위해서 싫어하는 어떤 과도한 메이크업도 당신의 웃음과 행복이고 내 행복의 척도 이런 내가 당신의 사랑받을 자격이 있을까 언제나 당신의 최고가 되기 위해 노력을 해 이런 모습은 몰랐음에 내 모든 wonder
You don't know what side of me.
I call you her
I don't know what that tear means.
Because you're my tear.
I call you her cause you're my dear Yeah 늘 그랬듯이 마스크 온 환호로 나 반겨주는 her 그대만의 별 아무 일 없이 빛나면서도 가장 빛날 시간에 난 mask off low star 내 짐을 내려놔 어둠을 즐겨주길 듯이 쏴대는 조명도 없으니 그저 맘 가는 대로 감 닿는 대로 나 앉았는 대로 틱탁 다시 너의 최고가 되기 위해 내 자신을 붙잡아 사랑한 사람을 미치게 해 그래 미친 놈을 갖고 가장 나다운 시계 대입을 하고 전부 이 너를 위해 내가 내린 해답을 줘 그걸 사랑해주는 너 그로 인해 노력하는 나네 존재로 새로운 의미를 찾고 빛을 내는 밤 난 알았어 어둠이 끝나도 내게 넌 아침이란 girl 내 모든 wonder에 대한 answer I call you her You're my tear 내 모든 wonder에 대한 answer I call you her Cause you're my tear
Okay, I need that translated. I mean,
Well,
English
what do you think it
translated.
means? What do you think it means?
Because I wonder when, because it was her, because you are my tear. So I'm assuming that is like, okay, so let me think about it. Guy talks about masks, not wanting to wear masks anymore, talking about wanting to be connected with this person, but also that person hurts them? Is that it?
I mean, I think you can read it on two levels. So some people see it as, if you're on the surface level, it's like he's pretending to be a person,
Right.
for this other person because he
Right.
thinks that's who she would love.
Right.
And so it's very painful, right? To constantly be, I mean, to be lying is painful, right? There's that cognitive dissonance, and how he's worried that if he takes his mask off, she won't love him. And then
But then
also,
at one point, he says something about taking makeup off.
so this is the other level that a lot of fans think they're actually talking about their fans. That because they have to put on a lot of makeup, they have to put on a face, they have to have a public persona,
Right.
they have to behave a certain way in public, that they're performing, they want to show themselves off in the best light, but they might not be feeling that way, right? Like just because we're putting on this face for this video doesn't mean like we're dealing with our own crap. I mean, you know what I mean? So like, and how much more so for them as superstars, right? So it can be taken on multiple levels, and they're like, hey, if we are ourselves, we have to put on makeup. He puts on his makeup for you. He puts on his happy face to entertain us,
Right.
make us feel happy. But if we really knew who he was, we might not love him, or we might hurt him, or
we might be like appalled by that actual real person.
Yeah, right. So
and that's what they're worried about. So they continue. But that's super interesting because it's like talking on a level of just for the person they're pursuing, but also talking about it for all their fans.
Mm-hmm.
Because, that'd be fascinating because what if like they were really real? Probably most of their fans would love them.
Well, I don't know. I mean, it's one. I'm not saying that like we wouldn't love them as people. But like, you know, like, I mean, you experienced this. You've
Mhm.
been in relationships, right? Like when you first start dating, everything's great. And then maybe you move in together and you're like, dude, you're annoying. Or like,
Realize how annoying you were.
right? Like,
Or you have to live with them because you're in a quarantine and you're like, what?
right, right. And like, you know, and yeah, or just feeling like you can't be yourself. Or like, you know that feeling when you first left for college
Mm.
and then you grew and then you came back home for break,
Hmm.
and that like dissonance even with your friends,
Yeah.
right? And with your family, and how they still see you a certain way, or maybe they've always seen you this way and you've always been that way for them because that's all you
Because
knew.
that was the role you needed to play at the time.
Right, right. And then you leave and you have a new role, or you're different, and then you come back and it doesn't quite fit.
Yep.
And is it still you? Was it ever you?
Yep.
Like, so that I feel
So
like it's like that kind of
that's
thing.
so interesting, because what's also interesting about that is there is a mourning period as well, a mourning period
Mhm.
between like you letting go of that old self for yourself, and then
Mhm.
other people who either can't um they can't get over the new you. They're like, what's up with
Right,
this new you? Why are you
right.
all this now? Why are you not, and it's like, dude, I've been this, or I've been
Mhm.
becoming this, and I just wasn't allowing myself to be myself until now.
Yeah, yeah.
Now
And
you're
so
rejecting this new me, or not
yeah,
new me, but the real me,
right.
you evolve.
Or the me I'm trying to figure out.
To me, I'm trying to figure out right now, right?
Yeah. And so a lot of people have said that like when I started dyeing my hair and cut my hair maybe like 2 years
Oh,
ago,
right.
they're like, wow, you're more you
You're
than
so
ever.
you knew you, yeah.
Right. But I was like, I've always been this way. I've always had these opinions. I've never actually really held back a lot of my opinions.
Mhm.
I've always been kind of mouthy. Um, but I feel like that the outsides now more match the inside, if
Right.
that makes sense, Well, not now because my hair's growing out, but
And they think you've just started and you were like, I was doing it the whole time. You just weren't paying attention.
right, right. Or just hiding, in plain sight. So the reason so the next song, I feel like we should watch them together. So this this song, Her, was on Love Yourself, Her. It's a part of a trilogy. So they have 3 albums. And so it was Love Yourself, Her, Love Yourself, Tear, which is the
Mhm.
next song we're going to watch, which is Outro Tear, my favorite BTS song of all time,
Oh my.
of all fucking time, of all time. And then the last song on the last album is in that trilogy is Love Yourself, Answer. And so if you notice in that song, they do mention Her, Tear, and
Hmm.
Answer.
Hmm.
And then we're not going to listen to Love Yourself, Answer because I don't actually like that song. I mean, I like it now, but it's very like contemporary Christian music sounding. That sounds awful, but it's I like it now because it's a good song live.
Right.
Like how
Your first experience of it, when you did not enjoy it.
no, I was like, what is this derivative Christian music? Don't at me. Don't at me. A lot of people felt the same. Even RM said that, like, hey, a lot of people thought that told him it sounded like CCM. And but he also explained like it's a very full, well-rounded song. But I don't like it enough to have you hear it. But anyway,
Let me pull it up.
so Tear is next. Um, so
So
this is the live version. It's all rap line,
got
and
a
it is,
tear.
and it does have it has the subs at the bottom, and it's
Let's have the lyrics.
yeah. So it does have the lyrics at the bottom. Um,
All right.
so but it is,
Let me get it ready. Okay.
but it is this song is my favorite song of all time. I meant to
A
show it
lot
to
of
you.
pressure.
Yeah, well,
What if
Yeah.
I don't like it? What
Then
if
you don't like it. Then you don't like it. It's okay. We can still be friends,
I-
maybe. But
What if
yeah,
I'm like,
I'm pretty sure you'll like it. If you don't, I guess we can still be friends. But yeah, this is like this is my favorite song of BTS.
not to put much pressure on you, but
Right.
it's my favorite of all time.
So watch your face, Harry. Watch your face, Jeff.
No, but I'm not trying to influence you at all.
Right. No, but look at the lyrics. The lyrics are good. The delivery's good. I feel like the live version is just so fucking amazing. But I also like the studio version too, for different aspects of it. But you just can't. Yeah. All right. So.
All right.
When you start, so.
3, 2, 1. Here we go. Where's this filmed?
No clue. I don't remember. I think it's in Seoul. This was their Love Yourself, Speak Yourself tour. So this is their latest tour. And they're in like the Dior outfits. Like Christian Dior.
Oh,
There's your man. There's your
coming
man.
up on the elevator. He's really bringing it, man. Some anger up in there. What more can you say? Please say more. I don't understand. Is this Sugar?
No, that's J-Hope. That's Sugar.
That is.
Mm-hmm. So he's saying tear, tear, and fear.
Oh, you're my fear. No such thing as beautiful goodbyes. Ooh. 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 Real. Ouch. Woo! I got some chills. I got some chills. Where those chills come from? They came right at the end. I wasn't expecting those chills at the end. Oh, wait. So let me see if I can understand. So, Suga was saying, "You're my tear." RN was saying, "You're my tear," and J-Hope was saying, "You're my fear."
Yes.
And my understanding is that the reason why they don't really care for goodbyes is finally they're showing each other their real self, both of them. And then there was that line where it's just like, your dream, this dream is a dream. Like the dream that we thought it was is actually just, it was a dream. It was like this far-fetched dream. And that the reality is rough. And it's just like, we know what the answer is. And that is that we are not to be together.
Yeah. And Suga is so upset. He's like, no, parting is not beautiful. Parting is not like it. I want to burn everything of you out of me. Like I want nothing of you.
Right.
You have shattered my heart, and I'm stepping on the shards, and it's cutting into my feet. And he's like, burn it all, burn it all. And you're like,
which is how you feel when you break up with somebody. You know, like you eventually get to a point where like it was meant to be and everything. But right at the beginning, man, it just sucks. It just straight sucks. And you do actually have to have that mourning period where you're like, this person is out of my life for good and maybe never again. And then you kind of feel duped because you're like, were they their real self? Was I my real self? And you're like, what a waste of time. Oh, I wasted so much time. And later on, obviously you didn't. But like at the time, you feel like torn. Yeah. As if someone lied to you when they really didn't lie to you most of the time. Most of the time, it just evolved that way, you know?
Yeah.
Oh.
Isn't it? Especially when you juxtapose it with her. Right? Because that song is all about them trying to be someone they're not.
Yep.
Trying to make this person happy.
Yep.
And then the outcome is outro tear, right? Like when you've been fake with each other, and then now you're real with each other. You know.
And of course, I related to something like personal for me. I was with someone for a decade. But when we got together, we were like 20. And by the time we were 29, when we broke up, we were totally different people.
Yeah.
And we were actually kind of angry at each other because we're like, well, you're not the person that I began with at the beginning. And you're like, well, you're not the person I began with at the beginning. It's like, well, obviously not, because we're different people. But still, we were so angry at each other because the dream that we had believed was supposed to happen.
Yeah.
You know, when you like have such hard expectations, like this is what's supposed to happen.
Right.
And you just like, expectations are like the thief of joy, right?
Yes.
So when it like doesn't happen, then you're like, oh, I need to blame someone, so I'm going to blame you. When really it's just the situation. But yeah, man, like you tear, you tear, like because your heart tears. And then you're also scared because now you have to go back out into the real world.
And what if no one else will love you?
Exactly.
Right? Yeah.
Oh.
Isn't it the best fucking song?
I still say my favorite song is I love myself. I know myself.
Cypher 4, Cypher 4. Okay,
I
so
still love that.
I get
don't
it.
know
I
the
get it.
song. I just love those lyrics.
But you know, it's
But yes, that is a very chilling, powerful, tough song, man. Gut-wrenching song.
yes.
Because it's really embracing like the reality and the sadness of the reality that comes with it. Because
And
you
it's
put
just so raw.
because you put your heart and soul in, and then it didn't work out.
Yeah.
Whew, that's why I got that chills at the end.
I know. It's so good.
I think you're getting all emotional.
No, it's really
so emotional.
it's really it's the reason it's one of my favorite songs is because if you hear the studio version, we should listen to the studio version. But let's listen to the studio version. Let me text you. It's so good.
Like, listen, you got to listen to the studio version.
You do because
You understand.
Because to this day I can't decide whether I like Suga's verse or J-Hope's verse better. Because J-Hope delivers it with such but there's this part where Suga raps, sub raps. So I just texted it to you. So he raps an octave lower and an octave higher, and it's just so low. And he just rides that beat, and you're like, ah. And then RM's verse is good too, but
RM comes out fierce though. It's
he's pissed, right? He's like this is bitter. He's unhappy, and I'm not saying his verse isn't good. His verse is great, but then Suga just rips out your soul.
Yeah.
Throws it on the ground, and then J-Hope just finishes it. It's just like, fuck you all, and you're like, ah.
Yeah, because I feel like RM's is more just the anger.
Yeah.
But then J-Hope and Suga represent the feelings underneath the anger.
Yeah.
Fear, the heartbreak, the sadness, all of that.
Yeah. All right, you ready?
Okay. All right. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Here we go.
And just the opening notes. Oh, okay.
With a build-up.
이별은 네게티브 나도 모르게 내 눈가 위에 피어 새 내뱉지 못한 얘기들이 흐르고 미련이 날 얼굴 위를 길 내게 넌 한때는 아이디어 하지만 이제 쓰기만 한 빌 때는 진작에 혐오로 어렵지 심장은 스치를 저 바람 내는 빌 이별은 거짓뿐이던 나 영국 그때 오해야 많았던 나의 때가 누군가 시간에 되돌려준다면 어쩜 내가 좀 더 솔직할 수 있었을까 나만 아는 나의 금은 얼굴도 추억 초라한 내 안에 오랜 버투도 나를 보던 그 미소로 여전히 넌 나를 그렇게 또 사랑해줄 수 있었을까 영원 같은 소리 좀 그만해 어차피 원래 끝은 있는 거잖아 시작이 있다면 I don't wanna listen to it 너무 많은 소리 혹은 너무 많은 위로 I don't wanna listen to it 그냥 너무 무서웠어 좀 내가 너를 사랑했던 적이 아예 없는 것 같아서
Ooh, I never loved you at all.
너만 나를 사랑했다고 You're my tear, you're my tear You're my tear, you're my tear You're my tear, you're my tear What more can I say? You're my tear
I love this. I love when he rolls out like a that beat is. Oh, we destroyed each other. Mercy.
Yes.
Yikes. Oh, that's the thing.
Yeah, this is the dream part, right? I thought we dreamed this thing.
Yep. It's definitely such a different style. They all have such drastically different styles. Oh yeah, this.
Right?
Let's see what
He just rides
Wow, we talked about forever. Huh. Ooh, that part. The answer's fixed.
So I was lucky enough to see this live twice. It was so good.
So why does it speak to you?
Well, okay, first of all, I love sad songs and I love angry songs, and this song is both. Like, and it's just so cathartic, and it's well, even not the words, the lyrics notwithstanding, like I just like the way the song sounds. It's very orchestral, it's very dramatic. The setup is so good. The tension that builds through it constantly, like first RM's just like flurry of like anger. Like I like the song before I knew what it was about, right? And then Suga, his voice is so deep, and then the way he rides that beat.
Yeah, it's like, nice. It's slow, methodical, sad.
You know,
almost deliberate, very,
yeah, and then so it's like Suga, you know, sets J-Hope for the dunk, right? And then J-Hope just, and he just, like when he goes, go, 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 or whatever, like whatever those lines, you're just like, I don't know what you're talking about, but you've destroyed me, right? Like, and it's so like by that time, that's a buildup, right? And he just like, you can see like he's just a mess, and he's just so intense. Like you saw in the video, like when he's just so like, and you're just like, oh, okay, well, if I wasn't destroyed earlier, now I'm destroyed. Now I've just been smashed to a pulp, and it's just so powerfully delivered. And then you look at the lyrics and just the way they do wordplay, the way they talk about, you know, how his tears are like a bitter beer, his bare face, right?
Got it.
Right, like his or they taste like a bitter beer, or like how he's barefaced again, like with in her, he's putting on makeup. In Tear, he has no makeup.
Yeah,
he's talking about like the ugliness inside of him, which we've, you know, you and I have talked a lot about our inner beast, right, or inner critic, and like the like the horrible things it says, you know, to try and protect you, but also to hurt you. And so it's just like I feel like the internal conflict of believing that you're a monster, and I've felt a lot of times that I'm a monster, and then seeing it maybe played out like, oh, maybe this relationship didn't work out because I really am a monster, you know, and then just feeling like, but then, so who could, it's that line from like Beauty and the Beast, right? Who could ever love a beast, right? And then it's just like the pathos and the like the catharsis and just, it's like the perfect song.
You know what I love about doing this is you provide such more context and depth to these songs.
Oh, well, I mean, music.
Oh, what I heard. No, I did hear that when he said it feels like a terminal illness.
Yeah.
You know, and that does make sense of like, it's both I'm angry at you for being your real you, and then I'm angry at myself for being what I might be really embarrassed about it, myself as a monster in this capacity. And it's just like, I just want this to be done. I just want this to be over.
Yeah.
I don't want you to look at me, and I want you to go away. Don't look at me. God.
Yeah. Yeah. So I think it appeals to me in all the ways that I'm broken, you know, like the ways that like, so yeah, I think, I mean, music, the any type of art, it's not necessarily the art that the art itself that's good necessarily, but it's your response to the art and what it brings out of you,
right,
that makes you like art, right?
Right.
So in this sense, like I feel like Outro Tear really, really sums me up very well.
My friend Humaira says, there is a song for, unlike words where there's not words for certain emotions, there's always a song for those emotions.
Yeah.
Always find a song. If you can't find the words, you can find the song. This might be their song. Is it your favorite song of all time?
No.
Okay.
No. But it is pretty high up there.
Okay.
I don't actually know what would be my favorite song of all time. That includes classical music, and I like a lot of classical music. So,
whew, that is an emotionally draining song.
It is. So we're probably gonna go watch something more fun after. All right. Thank you so much for watching. I know this is actually a really long video, and please like and subscribe, hit the notification bell, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.